A gate opened, and destruction came, a world later named Demon Real then. Some chosen ones awakened as hunters, beings who awakened mana and gained special abilities. Thon time. Past cities were rebuilt. Although many problems still remained, however, Hop! To stop the constant threat of monsters, Purinjin, Wop! The number of naturally awakening hunters was too small. The Chimera. Experimental materials included Thecorpsosofdeath Rowan Metiso. The breakthrough comes. Mass production of Chimera hunters is finally possible.
Hop. The city's screams are silenced. The hunters breathe a ha of relief. The gates are opened, and the streets are cleared. But the cost is high. The experiment's side effects are unknown. They're playing with fire.
The director and the hunters discuss the operation. They know the stakes are high. The hunters' condition is dire. They need a miracle to happen.
A month at most. The hunters prepare for the worst. They're running out of time. The operation is a last-ditch effort. The Chimera hunter's arm is failing, and he's in immense pain. He's locking in, but it's getting harder. He's the last one standing, and his comrades are counting on him. He's not permitted to fail. He's the only one who can save them.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked. Let's see what happens next.
They're monsters. This mission is to secure the hunter's rear. Do you understand? There is nothing else. When the mission is over, it means you don't need to return retreat route secured. 0L ret, earn. Not permitted. The pain is etched on number S face. It's a prisoner, trapped in a life it never chose. Its memories are a jumbled mess, and with each passing moment, they're disappearing forever. The hunters are running out of time. Number is being experimented on. The lab is desperate to find a cure for monster attacks. They're implanting monster cells, but there's no guarantee it'll work. Number S constitution is unique, but it's also a risk. The lab is willing to take that risk to save humanity.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
And that's not even the worst part. Huron. K/K, what is this? Number looks at its hands. They're no longer human hands. Its fingers are long and claw-like, and its skin is covered in dark, scaly armor. It's not sure what's happening to its body, but it knows it's not in control.
Am human again now?
But what does this mean for its future? Will it be able to survive in this new world? Or will it become a monster forever?
Number's transformation into a monstrous form is shockingly underway. Its human hands morphing into claw-like appendages, armored skin, and an unsettling mixture of its new and old features. Number's desperation and fear are palpable as it grapples with this irreversible change, losing its fragile hold on its human identity, while its monstrous form gains an air of deadly capability. The lab's ecstasy, Number's lost innocence, and the unknown potential of its new form are all left teetering on the edge, as the question of its allegiance hangs precariously in the balance, waiting to be decided.
You got the recap, now I need the sub. Let's make a deal. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. Am Hyman again now? Seeing Thathalab hasn't retrieved V been discarded. The experiment numbering me risk the salso disappeared. Siren it must beth ability off an immortal type the tick can revive up ta 3 timesi perhaps because you'll thesed effects off experiment the veen removed. My C. If my life as number is over. In that sense. Number 17 was a random number sign Bithalab, and my original UREA bit off a psycho. No, you have a rough nature, so try to live Chion du woon. How about that? Bullshit. How can an orphan from the slum help others? It doesn't make sense. So what Revenge also needs a target in front of you. Yes, I'll encounter alright, I've decided. For now, how about living Abbott like a Holman? Close. When was the last time you were them? Tough? UTSIS. Was there a territorial dispute? It must have been quite strong. It must have died duetta poison. Good. V6 just when I needed leather. I guess you'll need ability tomokite easier, right? Thinking about what I learned at the lab. First, cut the belly straight, the okay, let's try it. Luke's eyes widen in panic as he takes in the sight before him. His hands start moving, frantically checking the leather strap on his wrist. He takes a deep breath, trying to calm himself down, but his fingers keep fidgeting. The smell of monster hide wafts up, and Luke's face scrunches in disgust. He starts to wash the gory smell off his hands, his movements a blur of water and soap. Ugh! It looked so soft when I saw it. Luke's face contorts in surprise as he realizes the leather is still alive, its body not fully drained of poison. His grip on the tool tightens as he tries to process what he's seeing. Rigor mortis sets in, but the leather is defying death itself. Luke's eyes narrow, confusion written across his face. He's seen this before, but never in a target. It's annoying, so I'll just wear it.
A rustle in the bushes catches Luke's attention. He readies himself for another encounter, but the outcome is far from certain. What comes next changes everything. And that's not even the worst part. What's waiting for Luke in the bushes? Luke's eyes are fixed on the Cheon Du-woon house. He wants a life free from the lab. His gaze is drawn to the flowers and clean air, a stark contrast to the sterile environment he's been confined to. Luke thinks about building a house and living around here, his excitement growing. But his eyes quickly drop. Remembering the lab administrator's rejection still hangs in the air. His hands won't stop moving. He checks the exit twice. Kleiman's desperate gaze locks onto the mysterious creature standing before him, its twisted form radiating an aura of unspoken power that threatens to shatter the fragile balance of his world. As Kleiman grapples with the weight of his uncertain reality, he's forced to confront the crushing knowledge that his desire for escape is now inextricably tied to the fate of those monstrous, otherworldly creatures, forever altering his perception of himself.
Only the most dedicated readers make it to the end. You're already one of them. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. There are flowers, cha and Thyr is clear. Pet off a sluller thiside Luke's good. I can hear Cheon Du-woon house. This much for the site should be enough. Let's gather the good condition trees separately. This many trees help enough. Is the floor. Heave-ho. Shino, this is good? Ilgagud just moved my hands and feet as my heart guided me. First, I'll plant Polarcity each corner. What doth he call this? Free will? Dio let's lay planks on the floor. Once he hardens, it'll be as solid as rock. Waterproofing, in a way. Now, for the finishing touches. Good, most monsters won't even dare to approach. Oh, snail-type monster mucus silkworm larvas cocoons silk quit. Beautit's a bit lacking, feels like something's missing? What was a normal human house like? See, this is what a regular house the gatey opened. In the educational video Sisawat, the lab, they usually grew something that said, I can't raise human world dogs in the demon realm. Should imaki vegetable garden? Woo butwatkin iplant in the demon realm? Ah, there was a snowy Malntaniarby. Q should I plant Mandragora? Oh, Mandragora's habitat is the deepest Manadenspeak area of Snowy Mount.
Speaking of which, it's really snowing a lot, as expected of a snowy mountain. It was snowing this heavily the day I was kidnapped to the lab too. Back then, it was so cold I actually thought being kidnapped was a relief.
Stay sub to Manwa with Hari, or you'll miss the climax.
Back then, I thought being kidnapped was a relief. I was cold, and I thought I'd freeze to death. But now I'm almost there, and the snow is letting up.
That's a huge realization. Cheon Du-woon is hesitant, unsure of what to do next. He looks at the mandragora cells implanted in his body, parsing of this new development. The obstacle is now not just the environment but his own insecurities. What blocks him is his fear of hurting the mandragora and losing his chance at healing. And that's not even the worst part. What happens is that the mandragora are less stressed now that they recognize him, which is a good thing. He can ask for their help later, maybe even use their root tendrils to brew tea. The cost of this newfound understanding is the risk of being seen as weak by other hunters. It's impossible. Ab Classminster rolling away as soon as it sees them? Ye thank you for Savingus. Tisis o Songju. I am Kim Tae-hoon, may I ask your name? Bo.
Cheon Du-woon's desperate attempt to defend himself against the chimera ends with a shocking revelation. He's about to face his greatest opponent alone, with nothing but his wits and a branch. Cheon Du-woon's eyes are haunted by the betrayal of his trusted allies, who left him to die in this monster-infested land, forcing him to confront the harsh reality of his desperate situation. As Cheon Du-woon readies himself for the impending battle, the chimera's menacing roar grows louder, and the outcome is far from certain, leaving Cheon Du-woon's fate hanging precariously in the balance.
There's a twist coming that nobody sees coming. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari, you'll want to be ready. Hua. Am I one step too late? Oh, looks like all the hunters ran away, even abandoning their luggage. By Thewe, child footprints and animal footprints. G but the materialis rare, so they made it small dot like a child. That mechanical creature. To overwhelm 5 rank hunt itself, that's quite impressive. Hey, Snaputofit, Songju. W Isnile I done for. MYWH. Miracles exist, don't they? Yeah, Mr. Cheon Du-woon. Take that sour luggage. T Mr. Kyeondo-woon. Please, I bid you. Please save us. Huh? Ah, said there was no gatestone. In the law. Thesaretwo 10 million won checks that song. Swandabrought a surliv's work if we don't return now. We'll surely die. 20 million won. I'dn't thave anywhereito usitrite mon well. I'll need a twengatoth hum. Here. Of to thank you. I will never forget this favor for the rest off me life. Died a gatestone originally cost a roll 20001 in the Holmon world. WH. I'll give you this as change instead. Fei Mr. Cheon Inumoo he's injecting mana? Wait. Injecting mayonnaise. A fitgosen like this. Both will surely. Of That Amonosynergy has Pthenial B going now. Go back quickly. Mr. Cheonnum. 0 I will never forget this favor. A purified Demonosyner injecting mana? This will be impossible without an overwhelming amount of mana. Songju needs to prepare for the night ahead. And that means cooking ramen. He's hungry, and his kid is counting on him. This is a chance for Songju to reconnect, to be a father. He adds ingredients to the pot, trying to make it perfect for his child. The smell of ramen is a comfort, but Songju's mind is elsewhere. He's worried about his kid's safety, and this moment of peace is fleeting.
Ramen is cooked.
But the real problem is already in motion. Songju tries to recreate the perfect ramen, but he's short on ingredients. He needs to think fast to come up with a substitute for eggs and green onions. Songju's mind is racing with possibilities. He wonders how this creature managed to escape the lab and make its way to the demon realm. He knows he has to think fast to come up with a plan that will work. The creature looks up at him, and Songju sees something in its eyes that gives him hope. He knows he has to take a chance, to trust this creature and see where it leads.
Let's go on an adventure.
But the real question is, what will they face in the demon realm? Shall I try eating it? Wong, this tastiest. Wow, it's ramen. Eat slowly, it's hot. Alright,
Songju's eyes widen in horror as he succumbs to the creature's irresistible ramen, trapping him in a vicious cycle of addiction, his willpower shattered by the savory aroma. Songju has lost his grip on reality, his life slipping away as he becomes a slave to the creature's culinary manipulation, his hunger insatiable, his soul torn apart. The creature's gaze lingers on Songju, its expression a mix of confusion and concern, leaving Songju to wonder, has he just discovered a new partner or a deadly foe?
Miss one chapter and you'll be completely lost. Hit subscribe on Manwa with Hari and stay in the loop. Dishwashing is done, no shally do the laundry? I'dn't thave particularly good if hit it a hard. It might tear so gently. Hugh, it's okay. One more left. Tal yo anyway. This time it transformed into a rock. Bethor that mechanical creature. Why does it keep hovering around? And when admiring the flowers that resemble forsythia. Onoi, it's a human form. Now it's totally perfect. Why do these kids keep doing Essel yo the leaves keep wilting too? Brian. He remembers the monsters he saw before coming here. They hunt each other in the demon realm. He shakes his head, trying to clear the thought. This can't be happening.
It's just the sound of monsters hunting each other.
We'll save it. Is she first again in this rank battle 2001? If this keeps her Wheelbuse T, let us live too. If only you weren't here. Why, I just did as I was told. Hong El, it hurts.
Monsters close in, their chilling whispers morphing into screams as Brian's eyes widen in horror, his desperate attempt to protect the girl faltering beneath the onslaught. Brian's gaze is shattered by the realization that he's lost his innocence, his heart ravaged by the brutal truth that he's been conditioned to inflict pain on her, his every instinct screaming in revolt against his own programming. The girl's voice is drowned out by the cacophony of monsters, her words lost in the chaos as Brian's world spirals out of control, the familiar face among the hunters a harbinger of doom that threatens to consume them all.
The story's about to escalate in a way that changes the entire series. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and stay tuned.
Lenkel. What do I see 003 ml? Nam 2 wake up. Foo, this doesn't look good. Is it dying? Its size has shrunk, and the color's lighter. But, yep. It's definitely that immortal type monster from back then. But why did it shrink so much? Is /TS regeneration method different from no? It's just malnourished. Malnourished. Looks like it shrank and see. Uncle, if we leave it alone, it'll die. T0H7WW, look. It's flopped, I'll train it properly. And feed its 101113M, that okay? It might grow quite big though. Kino, I feed it alright, do what yowant. Yeah. Maybe you can la titroamph yarden guard the house. Finnan, the creature's gaze snaps towards Rex, its eyes locking onto his with an unnerving intensity. Where am?
Kino's expression falters, his voice filled with concern. It's asking about its name and what we're going to call it. Rex's eyes narrow, his voice cold and detached. Let's call it
hot.
The air thickens, and Kino's eyes widen as the heat becomes unbearable. His clothes cling to his sweat-drenched body. He looks at Uncle Rex, expecting guidance, but the older man's expression remains unreadable. The heat is suffocating, and Kino's resolve begins to waver. He takes a tentative step forward, his hands grasping for any support. But the real problem is already in motion. The lab technicians storm in, capturing the monster in a net of fire. The creature's panicked screams echo through the forest as the flames engulf its skin. Kino's face twists in horror as he watches the monster's pain. Uncle Rex steps forward, his voice laced with urgency. I hope you understand. What the heck is this? Where?
Fierce flames engulf the monster, its life force fading as Kino's resolve hardens, confronting Uncle Rex with a mix of anger and desperation. Kino's expression cracks, revealing a deep-seated vulnerability as he grapples with the weight of Kim Nari's fear and Uncle Rex's cryptic advice, leaving him questioning his own limits. The fire rages on, but Uncle Rex's stern gaze remains fixed on Kino, his silence a chilling reminder that the stakes are higher than ever, with every second ticking away like a countdown to disaster.
Let me do the heavy lifting while you sit back and enjoy. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari every week. Notice this chapter was translated by "and when you wake up, knock it out again know my hair. What the heck is this? Bald? Ha ha ha. Bald is funny. Ah ha ha. Baldy. I not scared anymore. Kim Nari. But the master is not what he expected. He's powerful, and he's not going to go down without a fight. Kim Nari is facing his opponent, a master who's not giving up. He's trying to find a way to defeat him, to end this fight quickly. He's analyzing the situation, looking for a weakness. He recalls a phrase he learned from his master. Don't judge people by their looks. He looks at the bald character, trying to see beyond the surface. He realizes that this master is not what he seemed, that he's more than just a bald man. He decides to change his strategy to adapt to the situation. But his doubts are already creeping in. He's not sure if he can do this. He's trying to push through, but his heart rate is increasing, and he's starting to feel overwhelmed. He's trying to focus on the task at hand, but his mind is elsewhere. He's thinking about the monster and how he's going to deal with it. His hands are still shaking, and he's starting to lose his grip on the pot. He tries to take a deep breath and calm himself down, but it's hard when you're facing a monster. He remembers the words of his master. Sometimes, you have to take a leap of faith to catch what you want. Kim Nari's boldness knows no bounds as he offers to be the bald character's runner, eager to learn from him and gain experience. He asks about the bald character's intentions towards him, but the bald character doesn't answer directly.
Going through the gate all the time for supplies must be a hassle, right? Clothes, too.
Kim Nari's determination ignites as he takes on the challenge of a lifetime, facing Nam Ji-suk in a fierce spar, with his skills and identity hanging precariously in the balance. Kim Nari's world is forever changed as he gains a glimpse into the dark depths of his opponent's true nature, forcing him to confront the harsh reality of his own limitations. As Kim Nari's eyes lock intensely with Nam Ji-suk's, the air is electric with tension, and the question on everyone's lips remains: will Kim Nari's healing abilities be the key to unlocking a shocking revelation?
The next chapter recap drops in days. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari before it goes live. Nam Ji-suk was already dead. Cut down by a monster he was supposed to be stronger than. His body aches, a constant reminder of his own mortality. His hands won't stop shaking. He's a rank hunter, but right now he can't even take care of himself. He's lost his sense of identity, and that's the most painful blow of all. What's the point of being a hunter if I can't even protect myself? Adding effort to talent, he grew at lightning speed, and before he dreamed of becoming the greatest hunter. Those were day 9 and The stakes rise. Every second matters. My hair. I can just get another transplant. I've got money. If I keep this up, urine it getting shuttle duty. You are yes sir. I'll better. Please let me. I used to be one of the top hunters, but now I'm just Nam Ji-suk. My hair loss has become a part of me. A constant reminder that I'm not the same man I used to be. I feel like I'm losing myself, like I'm just a shadow of my former self. My hands move restlessly, checking the exit, the door, the windows. I have to get out of here. I need to escape this feeling of helplessness.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked. And that's not even the worst part.
Nam Ji-suk's flame ability isn't bad, but he's struggling to beat a kid.
Jin's headed out, but Nam Ji-suk still got his concerns. I'll head back for now. Where's the... He's interrupted by Jin's warning. If that guy betrays them, it could get dangerous, and not just for Nam Ji-suk. Jin might even bring other hunters into the mix. Nam Ji-suk considers this, weighing the risks. He thinks Jin might be worth investing in, despite the risks, and he's impressed by Jin's sincerity. Well, he's definitely serious about getting stronger. The baldness is real too.
Jin's uncle Nam Ji-suk tightens his fists in a silent snarl. His anger barely contained as he prepares gear for the treacherous volcanic zone ahead with a fierce determination. The emotional stakes are high as Nam Ji-suk grapples with a dark past, his eyes flashing with anger as he's confronted with the reality of his traumatic experiences that still haunt him deeply. The cliffhanger looms large as Jin's decision to venture into the volcanic zone alone hangs precariously in the balance, leaving his uncle to rummage for gear in a desperate bid to prevent potential tragedy.
What happens in the next chapter will completely flip everything you just saw. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari to find out. You're about to enter one of the most feared territories in the demon world, a place where even the bravest hunters dare not tread. The air is thick with toxic gases, and the volcano's eruption is a constant reminder of the dangers that lurk within. This is no ordinary landscape. It's a domain where almost nothing is known in the human world.
Stop. You're wrong. This is my home.
The mechanical girl's laughter echoes, but her eyes burn with a hellfire intensity that sends shivers down even the toughest hunter's spines. What is she doing here, and what does she want? And that's not even the worst part. Sir. You. Wait, just stay still like that. This is the perilous Astoxanoph cobra Iputin just a little bit, so you will wake up soon. Fire toads are immunitotoxins, sir. Are you okay? Because I have fire toad cells inside me. We can't do anything about tea, but the living ones will survive. Efili, I tied it up tightly, so it should be okay until it revives. Ooh, Korak. Huh? And that's not even the worst part. Akamera Hunter is processing the child's intentions, but they're not sure if they can trust them. The child's gifts for their friends are just something to leave behind, and they're feeling lonely. Akamera Hunter offers to help, but the child brushes it off, saying they don't even know how to meet their own kind.
You don't have to help. Why don't you just run your errands? But Akamera Hunter is not one to back down from a challenge.
And what comes next changes everything. The child opens up to Akamera Hunter, and we see a glimpse of their past. This guy is heavy. Dahaha, I'm strong. What did you carry that's so heavy? The child's eyes lock onto Brian's, confusion etched on their face. It wants to know why it looks like this, why it's attached to Brian like a mechanical limb. Brian smiles, trying to reassure it, but his own hands won't stop moving, checking the exit twice for what feels like the 100th time. I don't know, kid. I really don't. The child's gaze drifts to Brian's friend Glue, who's watching from the sidelines, a mixture of concern and curiosity on his face. What's going on here? Brian's grip on the child tightens, a reflexive response to the uncertainty in Glue's voice.
As the child's eyes lock onto Brian's, confusion etches its face, demanding answers about its mysterious attachment and why it looks like a mechanical limb. Brian's attempt to reassure the child is marred by his own conflicted emotions, leaving the child's trust hanging precariously in the balance, threatening to shatter at any moment. The child's desperate search for answers has only led to more questions, leaving it feeling lost and vulnerable, while Brian's secrets loom large, posing a growing threat to their fragile bond.
Only the most dedicated readers make it to the end. You're already one of them. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. Narabit's hands move on autopilot as he works on his glowing creations. He's proud of the impact he has on the community, but today's his chance to elevate his skills. He's not just a maker of glowstones. He's a master of the healing arts. His hands won't stop moving, fueled by his drive to push beyond limits. The real question is, what's waiting for him at the Hunter Association? And that's not even the worst part. Mr., the creator of glowstones, and Narrabite's bond over their shared sense of community pride. Mr.'s kindness and dedication shine through as he works on his lamp. But you just said this was special training. If you don Kim Nari, y'all Andy are going fishing to aid our digestion. Fioma right, he must have a reason for this. Gare? K. Everyone thinks him some kindoff natural, born genius, way up top class through sheer effort. A man hoes nothing buta corpse without his diligence seemed persever. I'm themin huogetspand trisasvinth time. Inonoa I'm coming I knocklim hiasa man who actually mister. The fish aren't biting. Aquatic type monsters are the worst matchup for my attribute. This guy requires so much supervision. What do you think your mana is for? Just put up a shield. Well, I keep PRA. In that case, Hong Hong Nam Kisuk, hold this. Just, Li Otto the demonic energy from Demon Realmasa Raw. Unrefined power. That SWHY. This is.
And that's not even the worst part. What if Mr. shows up with an army of monsters? The stakes rise. Every second matters.
Nam Ki Suk's eyes blaze with determination as Mr.'s life force begins to merge with his own, igniting a spark of true potential within him in a breathtaking display of power. Nam Ki Suk's self-discovery leaves him awestruck, the weight of his growth and growth potential now a palpable force, as he must reconcile the man he's becoming with the weight of his responsibilities towards Mr. Glue's instincts turn cold and deadly, his senses on high alert as the trees seem to close in, an unseen threat lurking in the shadows, as Mr.'s life hangs precariously in the balance with every passing second.
Bet you can't guess what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and see if you're right. Where's that kid going so late at night? My clothes keep getting dirty. Anthesist 1 the Mr. G it's okay. It'll be clean after I wash it. I guess it doesn't matter what I wear. But, done. The stain is gone. She's a child, just though. Neglectful? Yin by. Gong o thalon piston. Now it's spepfelt. Deniter. Asterisk in SO, mister? What are y'all doing here, Mhal1? It's pretty. Arg. It's fine, it was just a grasshopper. Let's go home now, IRL like this one. Well, if you say so. Slums, District Kimnari said she was fine, but he's barefoot. Why does he clicketh that? Making her clothestatoisn't even fit. That's not right. Guha's been nah. It would be in better to bring her herito choose for herself. Both human beta much for her because of her trauma. Chwelleng, you haven't been awakened for long. Have you? I said that obvious? You came out of a gate without any MLST have spent a fortune on Jiha? What? I'm not a Kyo. I'm just short because you don't get to eat much. HM? Oh, even though Thizisol the SLLMS, why? What comes next changes everything. The gang is more powerful than the Mr. thinks, and Anna is going to have to take drastic measures to protect herself. The question is, will the Mr. be able to keep up? I'm thinking about the orphanage where I used to live. I wonder if it's still there. I must be crazy trying to run a clothing business in the slums. Connor's voice cuts in, mentioning something about stock levels and delivery options. The child's enthusiasm starts to wane, replaced by a hint of disappointment. Connor's trying to manage expectations, but the child's still hopeful.
Because we're out of stock. Would you like me to have them delivered?
The child's action is to agree to Connor's plan, and the consequence is, when the stakes rise, every second matters.
Connor hands the child a mysterious package, sparking a mix of emotions from gratitude to suspicion, as the child's instincts scream that something is not right. The child's fragile trust is shattered as Connor's departure leaves them wondering if they're in grave danger, their heart racing with every passing second. With Connor's cryptic message, "I'm going to the human world for a bit," and a pained goodbye, the child's world is turned upside down, their future hanging precariously in the balance.
Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and hit the bell. 2 taps. Takes 2 seconds. Asa got serious about folding. For some reason, this is pretty calming. WWH, I want to try on a few more. The Monster's Closet. Mr's enthusiasm is contagious, but Nam Ki-suk is hesitant. He's not sure if Mr's plan is a good idea. He wants to think it over, but Mr's already pulling him along, eager to start training. What's blocking him is his own indecision. He takes a step back, trying to process the situation. Mr's confidence is infectious, but Nam Ki-suk's not convinced. That's when something clicks in his head. What if this is the perfect opportunity to prove himself? He starts to see the possibilities, and his determination grows. Come on. Think of it, it would make a perfect training uniform. With my training, you see. Wear that and go chop some wood. I'll even pick out the trees for you. But the real problem is already in motion. What comes next changes everything. The girl's excitement is contagious, and she's having fun trying on outfits. However, something unexpected happens. She's startled. What blocks her is her own surprise. She jumps back, and the clothes scatter everywhere. What happens is she's left standing there, looking a bit flustered. The cost is her confidence is shaken. She looks around, wondering what just happened. And that's not even the worst part. The girl's still trying to process what just happened, but now she's faced with another challenge. A monster is approaching. She's not sure what to do. What blocks her is her own fear. The situation is getting intense, and the girl's still trying to escape, but the carnivorous plant is gaining on her. She spots a boy, possibly Mr., who's trying to help her. What blocks him is his own hesitation. He's not sure if he can trust the girl. What happens is he decides to intervene, and the plant turns its attention to him. The cost is the situation is getting more complicated. Well, it would be nice if they didn't fight.
The girl and the boy are forced to work together, but their escalating argument and lingering uncertainty threaten to consume them, hanging precariously in the face of the ravenous carnivorous plant. Their trust issues have put a strain on their fragile partnership, leaving them emotionally drained and grappling with the weight of their unresolved differences and unspoken fears. As the stakes reach a boiling point, the boy's exhaustion and the girl's desperation create a powder keg of tension, waiting to be ignited by the unpredictable monster and the unrelenting challenge that lies ahead.
Thousands of fans already know what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and catch up before the spoilers hit. The stakes rise. Every second matters. Faster. More. Thor, apply lots. This is fun. Finally. Kuo. 2 days without sleep. It was truly hellish. Guarantee Restla I Madiatasiu ordered. But, is this right? You made it better than I thought. Said I made it Flower Kamito think of it. Is it lavender scent? It makes me feel at peace. But why does it smell like flowers? Goose specially chose fragrant wood for me. The clothes will too. Huang Hung HRS the mandragoras and... How about snake chick? Snake and ba, your naming sense is... How about peepee? That overlaps with goo? Majestic footsteps in the drawer WHHN. Right, you said you had an original name? What is it? Myriel, now that the house expansion is done, what's the next plan? I thought about this while visiting the human world. TF, but now it's diffier. Then even if I step away for a moment, no one can enter Kareel this house? I don't think anyone would come here anyway. You never know. Rank monsters might come or hunters might. Costalaria? There's something harder than black jade stone there. And that's not even the worst part. Kra. Alalal. I barrier broke in one blow. Could it be Revolution Tune?
Kuo's desperate mission to find a solution to Guaranteer's failing rest is disrupted by a chimera's sudden appearance, forcing him to prioritize his safety above all else. Kuo's trust in his uncle is shattered as he discovers a tracking device on his wrist, leaving him feeling deceived and vulnerable. With a deep sense of betrayal and hurt flooding through his heart, the true nature of Kuo's uncle remains a mystery, with whispers of a sinister plot lurking in the shadows, tempting fate and threatening to upend Kuo's entire world with catastrophic consequences.
The next arc starts soon and it changes everything. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari, you'll want to be there. Years ago, in Theforestnerth Laboratory. This way, Big Brother, Imsak Cold, Taholio Ofall the Times, aside EFF is this realitherite decision? Evenify diat the hands off thus. Ja, just hanging in there a little longer. Once way get out off someone who can help us. I hear dat Thelab earlier today. They said your defects Aries even if you escape, if you don't return within THR. My head is, Big Brother, let's RLN away. I want to live like we used to, even if it's just for us in Ta. I want to live freely even if it's just for one day. Ta Agate Stone, how did you get hat? If you wear Ziri about what you just said, this seems like Theb because if you cross over to the demon realm, Thelab's Detona, as Jia tries to make sense of her surroundings, she's fed by the sparrow uncle, but her anxiety and desperation continue to grow.
Is that Sparrow Uncle's house?
The uncertainty in Jia's mind is taking a toll on her mental state. Her only option is to press on and seek answers about her past, no matter how terrifying the journey may be. Jia's eyes widen as she's faced with an endless ocean. She's never seen anything like it before. Her stomach growls, but her anxiety takes over. What if she can't find food? What if she's trapped forever? She turns to Big Brother, her gaze pleading for help. I'm hungry. Big Brother seems to know the solution. He mentions making a potion with Mandragora. Jia's eyes light up, but her confidence falters. She's not sure if she can trust Big Brother or if she can even heal herself. Her hands tremble as she thinks about the risks.
You didn't know, bird brain.
What comes next changes everything. Big Brother's words hint at a deeper connection between Jia and the monsters. Jia's face contorts in a mixture of fear and determination as the Mandragora's effects take hold. Her body starts to glow, and the demonic energy begins to recede. She's healing, but at what cost? Her connection to the monster is growing stronger by the second.
Qua.
He has no idea what's waiting. The consequences of Jia's transformation are already unfolding, and it's too late to turn back.
Jia's desperate attempt to heal herself using Mandragora's dark power sets her body ablaze, as demonic energy recedes, but her connection to her monsters hangs precariously in the balance. Jia gains a lifeline, a glimmer of hope that she can heal, but at a mysterious cost that threatens to upend her entire existence, testing her trust in Big Brother and her connection to her monsters. The true extent of the Mandragora's effects on Jia's connection to her monsters remains unknown, leaving Big Brother's intentions and her own future hanging in the balance, as a dark storm gathers on the horizon.
Real fans stick around. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and let's finish this story together. Li Jia and I can live. How? Since he learned Pharmaceuticsaf Research Institute from age. Their fineruts look insignificantant outside. But Sungjan the out like this, Butitwaskud Thateraised Mandragoras. I'll go get that for you. 19100 to make purified water. Inito find an alchemist. Andioton the alchemist will demand payment. Is there anything? Percent Iden. Why are there so many things? I pack things that Hunter Salway stake when they come here. Well good, then I'll be back. Ni hao. So, You're looking for an Awakenerin alchemy? Yapple yeah, someone just plus trust me. The Alchemy Association branch opened in the Slums Butwe area wearing sandbags on your hands and feet? IMB. I went tobe come strong like you, big brother. Like me? Eurisimion Hogo Essentoth Demon Realm barehanded. You must a ninkered comedo think of it, Udacima bit taller. Maybites because here it is. Huh? He's over there. Ja 2618 hull, you know. Directorin, wasn't it? He was originally famous Fordo Ingle sorts off bad tea anyway. Manager Kim reported it and got on his bad side. So he was Kika Oroha Manager Kim uncle. What brings ya here? You seem a bit plus aller? Have you been well? Thizbig brought, originally there aren't many high-rank alchemists. Bong Suis living earnestly. Jia's eyes widen in horror as she realizes the implications, and her mind is racing with the possibilities. Park's already racing ahead, his mind spinning with the possibilities, and he's examining the red moss Jia brought. He's never seen anything like it, and his hands are moving quickly as he assesses its value. Jia's anxiety is spiking, and she's waiting for Park's verdict, her eyes fixed on his face.
Is this enough for the manufacturing fee?
And that's not even the worst part. The true cost of this discovery is only just beginning to reveal itself.
Park's eyes lock onto Jia's, and he utters a single word, manufacturing fee, the sound echoing like a ticking time bomb, threatening to destroy their fragile hold on reality. Jia's world is shattered, her fragile sense of control slipping away as the monsters close in. The spell's grip tightening like a noose, suffocating her with every passing moment. The alchemist's disappearance has left them vulnerable, the spell's power surging out of control. As Jia's desperate plea for help hangs in the air, unanswered and unyielding, the silence deafening.
High-quality editing, perfect pacing, zero filler. If I delivered, hit subscribe on Manwa with Hari. Lee, are you the same kind of human as your grandfather? So you intimidate weak people with power and steal their effort. What are you saying? You better answer this, ta? I've never heard that name. Don't you know the illegal Chimera Research Institute wherein? Be gold peak mailed prize winner in Ocadio Quirked at an illegal research institute. In Sneel Nuo the deceased, my grandfather research and traini. After retirement, he donated his entire fortune to FamilySoft. I guess he repented in front. By Thewe, Ithod live longer since he was an awakener, but that's an incident not known to the public. That, the figure is offering an Okadiak a deal. They'll give him all the materials he needs, but in return, he has to sign an exclusive contract. And Okadiak is hesitant, but the figure's words are persuading him. His eyes are fixed on the contract, trying to read the fine print. He's not sure what he's getting himself into, but he's desperate to heal the wounded.
You'll give me all of that? Plus an exclusive contract.
Bakhtiak is in a heated argument with his grandfather. His hands are waving wildly in the air, and his voice is strained from shouting. His eyes, however, are blazing with a fire that speaks of desperation. He wants to convince his grandfather that his research is on the right track, that the benefits outweigh the risks. But his grandfather is unconvinced, and the tension between them is palpable. His grandfather's words are laced with anger, and Bakhtiak knows he needs to tread carefully. His grandfather's fall is a recent event, and Bakhtiak is still grappling with the aftereffects. He wants to prove that his research can help, but his grandfather's skepticism is a major obstacle. The speaker's words are met with a mixture of shock and anger by Bakhtiak. He's trying to process the information, but his grandfather's words are just adding to the confusion. His face is a mixture of fear and uncertainty. He wants to know what's going on, but his grandfather's words are just adding to the chaos. The speaker's words are a revelation. A bombshell that's about to change everything.
Yutun net, this guy saved us. Is there more? It's really number 0 empathy.
Baktiak's world is shattered as his grandfather reveals the crushing truth behind his supposed fall, exposing a dark secret that threatens to destroy everything he thought he knew. Baktiak's eyes are haunted by the weight of his grandfather's words, his sense of identity torn apart, leaving him to grapple with the devastating implications of his family's lies. As Baktiak struggles to process the bombshell revelation, the speaker's cryptic words hang in the air, leaving a trail of unanswered questions that will change the course of his life forever.
The author left a massive clue for the next arc. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari so you don't miss the breakdown. This series tech scan have you perhaps heard of a place called Tor Search Lab? Never heard of a El Hanbit is not that kind of research institute. Tish, that's not what Maya professor on Baktiak always told me to be an upright and honest Risi. I Han Myongdu have never once forgotten my dear teacher's lessons. D-show come in. Director, it's a success. Oh, is that so? Yes. Just as you instructed, director, a combination of Elfla HAA. Theliquidmetal Mandragora. Oh, and that's not even the worst part. Fed quartz. You minio all this. Han Myongdu is swimming, and he's having a blast. He's been gone for a while, but he's back in the water, grinning from ear to ear. His body language screams excitement. His arms are slicing through the surface, and his face is alight with joy. What he wants is to keep swimming, to feel the rush of the ocean beneath him. The obstacle is his own sense of responsibility, his duty to return to the surface. What he does is keep swimming, ignoring the call of the sea fairy's yellow palace in the distance. Professor on Baktiak is walking with Han Myongdu, his expression stern. He wants to make sure Han Myongdu understands the situation, specifically the identity of the creature. The obstacle is Han Myongdu's confusion, his inability to process the information quickly. What he does is confirm that the creature is indeed Nam Kisuk, the infamous class hunter. The consequence is Han Myongdu's look of shock, a sign that he's realized the gravity of the situation. He stares at Director On, his eyes filled with a mix of fear and curiosity.
Those wild mandragoras?
Han Myongdu is standing by Professor on Baktiak, his eyes scanning the forest. He wants to know where the creature is, specifically its location.
Han Myongdu's hands tremble as he finally lays eyes on the elusive parrot-billed bird, its plumage a mesmerizing blend of blues and greens, a breathtaking sight that takes his breath away. The emotional stakes have never been higher as Han Myongdu forms a deep connection with the mandragoras, a creature he's willing to risk everything to protect, his compassion and empathy ignited by their desperate struggle. As Han Myongdu stands frozen, the creature's wild state and the dense foliage separating them, Director On's eyes scan the forest, his intentions shrouded in uncertainty, the very fate of the mandragoras hanging precariously in the balance.
Are you a casual reader or a true fan? Hit subscribe on Manwa with Hari to make it official.
Big Bro's life is about to get real crazy, real fast. A disaster-class monster, the biggest they've seen in years, just showed up out of nowhere in the coastal zone. Big Bro, Nari, and Cheon Daonoon are racing to get there. But Big Bro's already arrived, and he's got a huge surprise waiting for him. His hands won't stop moving, and he's checking the exit twice. He looks around, and his eyes land on the monster. The beast is massive, with scales as black as coal. Big Bro takes a deep breath, then charges forward.
Wait. What are you doing?
And that's not even the worst part.
That's right. They said their next plan was to go to the coastal zone. How annoying. I should probably think of a countermeasure. Ein H3H Ion 3H2 Waha. Isit telling me to hand over its kin? Even if it's a chimera, it's kin critical. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button now. If you want more daily recaps, hit that subscribe button now. Jung Hyung, Huwung, INH3HNNNNH Hu, Baig Brew, You've was so world. Yin what's with his appearance. I found him getting nibbled on beficient water alone. Path anti-spano saved me in style. Ah, a cockatoo parrot. What is this owing here? I'll explain later. Let's eat first. Ah, understood. What's on the menu today? Today is... Big Bro is excited about his dish. He's waiting for feedback from the others. He's standing by the stove, holding a wooden spoon, and looking at the pot with anticipation. Kim Nari is approaching him, her eyes fixed on the kimchi curry.
It smells good.
Kim Nari is surprised by the smell of the kimchi curry. She's taking a step back, looking at Big Bro with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. The others are reacting to the smell, and they're all talking at the same time. It's like a comedy routine.
It's a bit spicy, but it's a delicious spicy.
Kim Nari is suddenly uninterested in the food.
The tension boils over as Cheon Daonoon bids farewell to Big Bro, his voice firm but tinged with sadness, the weight of their impending separation crushing the team's morale. Cheon Daonoon's departure leaves Big Bro with a gaping hole in his life and a deep sense of loss, a painful reminder of the sacrifices they've made to become class hunters. Their emotional scars are raw, their trust frayed, as the very fabric of their team begins to unravel.
What happens in the next chapter will completely flip everything you just saw. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari to find out. And that's not even the worst part. These kids can vanish in an instant. I can take Mayasafiu anymore. Uncle, this is even tastier than last time. She's her rame to think such a little kidus already running away from home. Burrow, it's spicy. If it's too spicy, drink Sil Waukusastasist best for W. There's more, so Javi one each. Big Bro, I'll go clean LP the bowls and take care of the TS Lenkel. I'm sorry for making you worry. So, about that, can you tell me about your friends at the Wenegoto Clean Up the Hambit Research Lab? Your friends WEL. That fifty personality of yours. Ugh. Let's reset it be eating this now. Say On in the next day raising a kid is tiring. The hunter's excitement grows as they inspect the clothes, and what they find is a mysterious item. Wauk can't help but grin, while Uncle Rex rubs his hands together in anticipation. Big Sis Ivy frowns, cautioning them about something. But what? The left tail feather is unstable, and Uncle Rex warns that they'll have to treat it soon. Morocco Kim asks Wauku to get it done, but Wauku hesitates. What's holding him back?
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
The hunter's excitement turns into shock as they discover a mysterious item stitched into Wauku's clothes, rewriting the entire program's future with untold possibilities and terrifying implications unfolding. Big Sis Ivy's calm demeanor crumbles as the revelation threatens the entire S-Class program, leaving her racked with worry. Her cautionary words now a desperate plea for caution in the face of unknown dangers. The return gate mystery deepens, with the government's funding review hanging precariously in the balance. The hunter's failure to find the creature catapulting the program towards a catastrophic collapse, with no safety net to catch them.
Welcome to the best Manwa community on YouTube. Make it official, subscribe to Manwa with Hari. I noticed this chapter was translated by Hamburger Research Institute located on the Mid-Slopoff Habong M. Hanbit, isn't just any ordinary lab. Dr. Kim Nari. No, she made mechanical life and evangem. By the way, brother, Thyson's tail feathers look weird? It was like that from the first time I saw it. Because if it's, I rescued it. Oh, is that why it biap? If its tail feathers didn't grow, why would its kind? Parrot drakes area species obsessed with beautiful tail feath 7H. Because of that, it seems to have been ostracized from the flow. Straight ahio. What do you mean H? Lua. Anu boobyabit. CV no. Thick can be. Cursed it. The dust is making it impossible to see. TB by the way, since I haven't been to the office in a while. Give em I spoiled my only biological grandson. You brat. I'm already 84 years old. The lab director's abilities are unlike anything Dr. Kim Nari's seen before. He's got a liquid metal power like hers, but it doesn't feel like a mechanical life form. It's as if he combined his own body with the metal. The implications are terrifying. This could mean he's created a new organic metal hybrid.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
Dr. Kim Nari's keeping up, but her mind's racing. If this technology falls into the wrong hands,
The lab director's mental hold on Hanbit is crushing him, as he's forced to lure Dr. Kim Nari into a deadly trap, his mind screaming in silent agony. Dr. Kim Nari's world is shattered as she realizes her colleague's been manipulated, her trust broken, and her friendship with Hanbit now tainted by the weight of deception. The darkness closes in as Dr. Kim Nari is about to take the bait, unaware of the lab director's sinister intentions, leaving her and Hanbit trapped in a desperate, high-stakes game of survival.
the next arc starts soon and it changes everything. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari, you'll want to be there. Notice Cheon-duan just now. The stakes rise. Every second matters. I succeeded in reading that wretch's mind. And Bakhtiak, if it means surpassing you, I'll do whatever it takes. And Bakhtiak is taken aback by Duan's transformation. He's never seen anyone liquefy themselves before. Bakhtiak wants to understand what's happening, but Duan is beyond reason. The obstacle is Duan's broken body. It's a ticking time bomb. Bakhtiak decides to use his powers to reflect Duan's thoughts, hoping to find a way to stop him. The consequence is a chamber of pain and time, a place where Duan's memories and fears will be unleashed. He has no idea what's waiting. Cheon-duan's body is being pulled in, a vortex of liquid flesh sucking him into the unknown. Duan wants to resist, but it's too late. He's being consumed by his own madness. The two of them collide, their bodies crashing into each other. And Bakhtiak's eyes flash with anger, but he doesn't back down. He's driven by a single goal, surpassing Cheon-duan. His fists fly, each punch landing with precision. Cheon-duan stumbles, his breath coming in short bursts. He tries to counterattack, but Bakhtiak's too strong. You'll never surpass me. His words are cold, detached, but Cheon-duan's not listening. He's too busy fighting for his life. Cheon-duan's eyes widen as Bakhtiak unleashes a flurry of punches. He tries to block them, but they're too fast. His head spins, his vision blurring. He stumbles, his legs giving out from under him. Cheon-duan's heart sears with anger as he delivers a crushing blow. And Bakhtiak's eyes flash with surprise, but he refuses to yield. The old man's words hang in the air. I've been waiting, Gyoko. Cheon-duan's not sure what that means, but he knows this is far from over. The answer is already too late. She said her best friend was a fox. Guess that's it. Arfler Luthers here besides you? There are Tmeldnaldhai, a tree and an ant? 7, and those are... Cheon-duan's eyes land on a parrot drake perched on a nearby table, its feathers a vibrant green. But he's not interested in the bird. His gaze sweeps the room, searching for Bakhtiak. The parrot drake squawks loudly, its cry piercing the air, and Cheon-duan's head snaps toward it. There's someone on the parrot, a figure that blocks Cheon-duan's goal. The figure is Bakhtiak, his eyes locked on Cheon-duan's as he rides the parrot. Cheon-duan's face twists with a mix of surprise and anger. He didn't see Bakhtiak coming. The parrot drake takes off, flying erratically as Bakhtiak clings to its back.
Cheon-duan is the master tracker here, pushing himself to surpass and Baktiak's status. He's driven, possibly desperate, to catch up to his rival's exceptional abilities. Every hint of Baktiak's success fuels Duan's pursuit. He's racing against time to improve his skills, and he won't let anything hold him back. His movements are swift, precise, but I sense a hint of recklessness creeping in. What are the risks Duan is taking to surpass Baktiak?
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
And that's not even the worst part. The question is, what's the true cost of Duan's obsession with surpassing Baktiak? And Baktiak's calm demeanor and efficiency only add fuel to Duan's fire.
That is someone here? The figure steps forward, its face illuminated by the faint moonlight. Cheon Duan's eyes widen as he recognizes. This is someone who should be dead. Hello! His voice is low, but his eyes are locked onto Cheon Duan, a challenge hanging in the air. Cheon Duan's eyes widen with recognition. His instincts scream at him to be cautious. Something is off. He takes a slow step back, his gaze locked onto the figure before him. The moonlight casts an eerie glow, illuminating the tension between them. His hand instinctively reaches for his blade, and Baktiak's words echo in his mind. "Be careful, you klutz."
A figure emerges from the shadows, someone Cheon Duan thought was long dead. Their eyes locked onto his with an unsettling intensity as the moonlight casts an eerie glow. Cheon Duan's instincts scream at him to be cautious as he takes a slow step back. His gaze locked onto the figure, revealing the depth of his emotional turmoil and underlying fears that he thought he'd overcome. The association's tale is closing in, but the more pressing question now is Cheon Duan's connection to this mysterious figure, whose intentions are as deadly as they are unknown.
We set the standard for Manhwa recaps on YouTube. Subscribe to Manhwa with Hari and experience the difference. Support us. First, drill holes into Thessalonicicut quartz pieces. Stones. It does. I never wold VE come LP with this. Okon and a gate. I think the mister is back. For Obi, Kim Nari, what's going on? B Pan, why? Huh? Sese, what's wrong? Pigak, what's it doing? Did strangers scare it? That looks more Lakian I. Why it ignored SASA and just walked right past? Has already fallen for the fancy vegetable patch. This is but the vegetable patch. Yak already has its owners. Yeah. Rocks the Lukivan Morimp good work, blue. Take a breaker. Whack. Home sweet woe si silhl. You actually built in the demon realm. But this is house. A house in the demon realm. The Shasto be architecturally PRI Nari. She still hasn't made up with her friends? Nam Giziak, Manager Kim, don't move from here. Wait a bit. Why did you handle everything? Yeah. It worked perfectly. It wasn't uncomfortable either. But why are these GLWS so riled LP? You're the one who brought these chimeras and GHT. The sapling looks like neither group wants to budge. We're back in the middle of the welcome ceremony, but the excitement's starting to fizzle. Kim Nari is clearly on edge, and her friends are keeping her in line. Sase's talking, but Kim Nari's not listening. What does she want right now?
Stop. You're wrong.
Sase's trying to get Kim Nari to focus, but she's got her back to everyone. Kim Nari's eyes flash with anger, her hands clenched into fists. She knows what her friends want, her complete destruction. She takes a deep breath, her voice cold and detached. She's not going down without a fight. Her friends try to reason with her, but she's beyond reason. She's ready to kill, to destroy everything that's been done to her. HN kill you. Get her. No. We're friends. If I don't want to hurt my friends. No. If she goes that way, I just have to run. Pingy, I know HL we who bit you. So why air you the one cry I? QXM 0H0351. Missed you all. Kim Nari's eyes narrow, her gaze fixed on the stranger. She can sense that he's hiding something, but she's not sure what. But who's the person next to you? He looks oddly comforting. The stranger's companion is a young man with a quiet confidence that puts Kim Nari at ease. Ah, I forgot to introduce him? He's ANA rank alchemist who'll lift your spells. Freya, really? The stranger's words are laced with a hint of amusement, but Kim Nari's not buying it. My name is Manager Kim. So, LH, if it's not too much trouble. The stranger's gaze locks onto Kim Nari's, his eyes glinting with interest. Could I maybe pluck a few of your feathers? MS feathers. The stranger's request is innocent enough, but Kim Nari's instincts scream at her to be wary. And that's not even the worst part.
Kim Nari's grip on her dagger tightens as the truth about her friend's betrayal finally surfaces, shattering her faith in the people she once trusted without a shred of doubt. Kim Nari's world is forever altered as she grapples with the crushing weight of knowing her friends were secretly plotting against her, leaving her heart shattered and her sense of self broken. A mysterious stranger appears beside Kim Nari, his enigmatic presence raising more questions than answers, as the true identity of his companion remains hidden, leaving Kim Nari's wary gaze fixed on them with growing unease.
There was a hidden detail in this chapter you probably missed. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari, and I'll reveal it next time. Zon eat up, there's more. But why am I the only one eating? Cheetah but Bangsu, you don't look so well. Do you have a cold? I think it's just Bodiacs. Maybe I overdid it with my workouts lately, even with medicine. The chills won't go away. It's been 10 days, Alria. Isn't that maybe a precursor symptom of awakening? A fever, dizziness, you're 17 this year, right? Awakenings usually start in your late teens, so the timing is perfect. Ah, come on, someone like me. And awakened? What's wrong? Will think awakenings care about your background? Oh. You've even showed to don't get my hopes up for nothing, even if I did awaken. If my rank is... This is... Anya doesn't listen. She knows she has to protect the city, and she's not going to let that bird take it from her. The bird is getting closer, its beak snapping wildly. Anya's eyes are fixed on it, her face set in a fierce determination. She's not going to back down. And that's not even the worst part. Ilvmemen, I still haven't told Manager Kim the most important part. He said he needs to concentrate. Just wait. And the bird turns towards them, its massive wings beating the air. Anya's friends charge forward, firing their guns at the bird's eyes. The bird roars in response, its claws swiping at the ground. Anya sees her chance and sprints towards the path, Nora right behind her.
Anya, follow me.
Anya is in control, but her friends are depending on her. She's got this, and she knows it. Her hands move swiftly, gathering her gear. She looks up, checking the surroundings for any signs of danger. Her friends are waiting for her signal to move. Anya realizes that she's the only one who can lead them out of this mess.
Suddenly, a group of kids are in the midst of a chaotic playtime. They're laughing, shouting, and having a blast. The goal is to have fun and enjoy each other's company. The obstacle is their own energy and playfulness. Their action is to keep going, and the consequence is that they're getting more and more rambunctious. It's a whirlwind of activity. The question is, how long can they keep this up?
Ha ha ha, that tickles.
The answer is already too late. The scene shifts to a mysterious figure with feathers, who is watching the kids with an air of curiosity. Their goal is to observe and learn.
Arya is determined to conquer the field of hair loss cures. She needs something that even alchemists wish for. Her struggling research is a major obstacle. Arya thinks about the people who will benefit from her discovery. She decides to share her progress with 2 individuals. The consequence is that they will be her partners in this endeavor.
Stop. You're wrong.
Arya is excited to share her breakthrough with her partners. They want to help her make it happen. Their enthusiasm is a major boost. Arya decides to share her research with them. The consequence is that they will be able to work together to create a cure. What's so hard about this? It just feels like getting some F.O. Russell. Russell Sheen HM? What's that sound? The huge blue monster bird descends upon the high-altitude training region, wings beating fiercely. Arya, Sissy, Anya, and other hunters rush to respond, their faces etched with worry. This is not a drill. They've faced monsters before, but never a bird of this size. Anya moves swiftly, her eyes locked on the bird's sharp beak. She knows every hunter's life is on the line. What if this bird isn't just a random monster? What if it's a sign of something more sinister?
Anya, Sissy, don't underestimate this bird.
The key action or twist of this chapter. Arya's past and Anya's bravery collide in a heart-stopping, action-packed showdown against a massive blue monster bird. Its deadly talons mere inches from Anya's face. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. Arya's long-buried memories come flooding back, forcing her to confront her dark past, while Anya's reckless courage tests the limits of her unwavering dedication to her friend. The cliffhanger, what is left dangerously unresolved going forward. As Anya narrowly escapes the bird's deadly strike, Arya's eyes widen in horror, and a chilling whisper echoes in her mind. You're not the only one with secrets, Arya.
Your weekend isn't complete without a new chapter recap. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari now. Tylo Lo noticed this chapter was translated by Shin. It a mandragora? Did something attack it? 1N. Hung. What a feisty little thing for its size. HRRRNGH. T0 Oi. Its condition's bad. Looks like it could collapse any huh? Wait. Am feeling sorry for this thing? Still just a monster. Sex-hosted, Sonothatman flowing in toit. It's getting SL should keep it for a few days? That evening. A hung. There's a cave. I'll sleep here tonight. Hung? San hung? Feeling a little better after eating manna? A scurrying arrow. Hung is in trouble. He's been attacked by a mandragora. This beast is way too big for him to handle alone. Hung needs help. Fast. He yells for backup, but his voice is hoarse from the fight. The mandragora swipes at him, trying to crush his skull.
I'll take care of you.
Hung's eyes widen in fear. This mandragora is no joke. It's a monster from the depths of the underworld. He stumbles back, desperate to escape. The mandragora charges. Hung's out of options. He can't move any faster. This is a risk he's willing to take. Dough is it continuously producing berries. How they are 5 ha 6. Hu Hyung they just keep increasing. But why does it keep giving them? Is it trying to repay me for saving it? I appreciate the thought, but I'd feel bad taking more. That's Eno Hung? No, you're reading them yourself. A plant eating its own fruit. Right, there weren't any seeds. I'm staring down a mandragora, one that eats its own fruit to grow. I've been stealing its fruit to help it grow stronger. Now it's my turn to make up for that or something. Hung's eyes are locked onto mine, and I feel a surge of adrenaline. I try to think of a way to get rid of him without hurting him, but my mind goes blank. The monsters are getting closer, and I know I need to act fast.
Stop. You're wrong. Hung's voice is cold and detached, but I know he's not going to let me go.
I'm holding steady, but my heart is racing. I look around, searching for any clue that might help me. He has no idea what's waiting. I'm trying to think of a way to outsmart Hung and the monsters, but my mind is a blank.
Hung's voice is cold and detached, but I know he's not going to let me go. He's under a spell, and if he doesn't return in time, he'll die. If he takes me to the human world as an experiment like him, it's not much of a replacement, but he has to try. His eyes are locked onto mine, a silent plea for understanding.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
Hung hands me a small, intricately woven scarf. Wear this properly, he says, don't lose it. I take it from him, feeling a surge of gratitude. He's trying to protect me, but I know I'm not his top priority.
Hung's voice is a calm reassurance, but I can see the tension in his body. He's trying to protect me, but I can feel the fear growing inside him. His eyes lock onto mine, and I see a glimmer of sadness. He's scared for me, but he's not backing down.
I mean, that'd be great, but...
Hung's eyes snap to the ground as the earth trembles, a Rex-sized monster barreling straight for us, its thunderous roar echoing through the air, our lives hanging precariously in the balance. Hung's determination has been tested, but beneath the surface, I sense a growing fear for our safety, a vulnerability he's never shown before, as the harsh reality of our situation threatens to consume him whole. The monster's deafening roar grows louder, its massive feet pounding the ground mere yards away. Hung's hand still grasping mine as we wait, frozen in terror, for the inevitable collision that will change everything.
Not everyone finds recaps this good, but you did. Protect that advantage. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. Let's spick a day and go back to the snowy mountain. The little Wannabingaliv. That wold nice, but their snow way that little Thinklethave survived. Shinanji, VO even Media Garden like the synth demoner. Urialamost love Mandragoras. So, about that, would it alright if I gave Thesagla some mana? I like Mandragoras. 2x Buteria sure you'll be okay? They're a bit different from Thwanzia Vicine. Haha, that makes me even more interested. Well then, let's see. Now, be good. Okay? Yin Y Benefits Manager Kim, Heshold careful. Something illy Arndwhile having Mandragora cells transplanted in tome. Shinanji, HNNG the true. Ability of a healthy Mandragorize. It's mana vacuum cleaner, what is this? When it come a stamina, they boas coke it. No way. Seal is an unprecedented one at hat. The net therein is no match for the Mandragora's power. Their absorption ability is off the charts, and Vo's companion is horrified by the consequences. The stakes are higher than ever. Vo's life and his little companion's survival are at risk. And that's not even the worst part. Even with the amplification ability, the Mandragoras are still a force to be reckoned with. Their leader is ecstatic about the results, but Vo's companion is desperate to save him. Vo knows he has to act fast. The situation is already spiraling out of control.
Capture and containment protocol activated.
Vo is being pulled apart by the Mandragora's insatiable hunger, his essence torn asunder as the creatures feed on his immense magical energy, leaving him on the brink of destruction. The expedition leader's desperation has led to a catastrophic loss of Vo's trust, his calm demeanor shattered by the reckless risk taken for the sake of amplification, leaving their bond on the edge of collapse. The precarious balance of the situation hangs by a thread as the Mandragoras close in, their leader reveling in the chaos, while Vo's desperate companion fights to save him from the void of the void's unrelenting hunger.
Are you a casual reader or a true fan? Hit subscribe on Manwa with Hari to make it official. I see these hunters eyeing me like I'm some kind of prey. They're sizing me up, looking for weaknesses. The Mandragoras are getting closer, their presence making the air thick with tension. I'm holding steady, but it's hard when you're surrounded by creatures that want to rip you apart. My senses are on high alert, and I'm ready for anything.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
But the real problem is already in motion. He has no idea what's waiting. I glance around, trying to take in as much information as possible. The hunters are all positioned around me, forming a semicircle. The mandragoras are bunched together, their beady eyes fixed on me. I'm starting to feel like I'm trapped, with no way out. My mind is racing with possibilities, but I know I need to stay focused.
You had your chance. Now kneel.
I glance around, trying to take in as much information as possible. The hunters are all positioned around me, forming a semicircle. I see a swarm of mandragoras closing in, their beady eyes fixed on me. That's not good. It's a recipe for disaster. The kid's power is unstable, like a wildfire waiting to be triggered.
You used him, then tossed him aside.
And now he's facing the mandragoras alone. His hands are shaking. He's not even thinking about his gear. He's just thinking about survival. The kid's hands are shaking. He's not even thinking about his gear. He's just thinking about survival. Longer dot, it'll save you, no matter what. He's staring at the mandragoras, and they're staring back at him. His eyes lock onto the swarm, and for a moment, he's frozen.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
And that's when the kid remembers the ancient transcription circle. The kid's eyes lock onto the circle once more. This should be it. Though I can sense it a long time ago. This is an ancient transcription circle. But he knows the risks. Artificial mana extraction is extremely dangerous. The kid's hand is shaking as he tries to grasp the circle. And that's when the real problem is already in motion. The kid's eyes scan the circle, his mind racing. He's got to think fast. This is his only chance. His hands move quickly, analyzing the situation. No time to hesitate. He knows the risks, but he's determined to save Huno. His body language screams focus. The stakes are high. One wrong move and it's over.
The kid's hands move with reckless abandon as he begins the ancient transcription circle, channeling his own life force into Huno to save him, the air crackling with anticipation. Huno's life hangs in the balance as the kid risks everything to heal him. The weight of their friendship and the kid's desperation palpable. The consequences of failure too terrible to bear. The circle's dark energy surges forward, a maelstrom of power and risk, as Huno's fate teeters on the edge of salvation or catastrophe. The outcome hanging precariously in the balance, the silence deafening.
Things are not what they seem. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari before the big reveal drops. His desperation is palpable. Mr. Cheon Do-woon's eyes narrow. He's not going to back down. Something in his voice says, "I'll make this work, no matter what."
Stop. You're going to get us all killed.
And that's not even the worst part. Manager Kimi's attacking. They care for me so much. Still, I suppose I should send the Mr. Cheon Doon, please help me. Arg. The bar is disappearing. Song H Ki. And his breathing has returned to normal. It's a success. I think our Bongsu is going to make it. It is all thanks to you, Mr. Cheon Do-woon. But for some reason, it feels strange. The risks associated with this circle are too high. Mr. Cheon Do-woon's intentions are clear. He wants to punish the hunters who have been bystanders to a crime. Dorian. Their Saris get cold Bebis to extend Sumion's lifespan. So, once a finish extracting thinters name going to erase your memorias off this event. Manager Kim. Understood. It's better if I didn't know about such a terrifying circle anyway. Wait, did you say Hunter's mana extraction? Manager Kim is surprised by Mr. Cheon Do-woon's bold plan. He's going to drain the Hunter's mana and then erase their memories. But Mr. Cheon Do-woon has other ideas. He wants to leave them with their memories intact. Dorian. ST need to cross the gate. Soilonly drain them down to rank that S for the extracted mana, just toss it. That is so Cheon Do-woon. Bong-soo is now trying to part ways with Mr. Cheon Do-woon. The question is, why?
It is time to part ways.
Let's see what comes next. Bong-soo is escape, and Manager Kim is not letting him go. Mr. Cheon Do-woon is watching, but his intentions are unclear. The emotional tension is building, and the situation is about to escalate further. Bong-soo is now trying to part ways with Mr. Cheon Do-woon. The question is, why?
It is time to part ways.
Ishitaling meta-follow him? Happy this is the opposite direction from his habitat. Huang. Thor sihi HNH place. Bong-soo's face sets in a determined expression. He takes a deep breath and prepares for the unknown. The air is electric with anticipation, and the outcome is far from certain. Dead Leaf Monarch? Don't tell me. Headed it for me? Are you really sure about this? M. Huang. TTT Zhu Chi. Right? Everyone gets to decide for themselves where they belong after. Amen. Where am? Poor Bong-soo looks up, his eyes wide with shock. He's been recovered by monsters? His mind reels as he tries to process what's happening. His eyes lock onto the figure before him. It's him, but not him. The demon realm? The answer is already too late.
Bong-soo's world is turned upside down as a dark figure emerges from the shadows, its presence sparking a maelstrom of whispers and wind that threatens to consume him whole. Bong-soo's sense of identity is shattered as he realizes the figure watching him is a twisted mockery of himself, a monster born from his own darkest fears and insecurities. The true horror is far from over, as Bong-soo's reality continues to unravel, leaving him questioning his own sanity and the very nature of reality itself, with no escape in sight.
Imagine knowing exactly what happens before your friends do. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and be the one with the answers. He's been screaming for years, but his only witness is the monster he's about to kill. Bong-soo's eyes are wide with terror, and his breath comes in short bursts. He's shaking uncontrollably, but his gaze is fixed on the monster in front of him. His hands won't stop moving. He's constantly checking the exit, his mind racing with possibilities. He's trying to remember the words of Mr. Park, the one who sent him here.
Stop. You're scared.
And that's not even the worst part. What happens next changes everything. You've had that look in your face this whole time. It's not because, well, it's your first time in the demon realm. Bong-soo's surprised to see Elder Ryu here. The mana extraction for those GLYS is apparently done. Elder Ryu reveals that he'd had them start construction to prevent them from just sitting around. The preparations are underway. They're preparing the materials and leveling the ground. Elder Ryu seems pleased with the progress, but there's a hint of a warning in his tone. Elder Ryu's educating a group of people, teaching them about the importance of obedience. His tone is sharp, and he's clearly not impressed with their lack of initiative. He thinks they would have made excuses during the mana extraction, but they've been good so far. And that's not even the worst part. Bong-soo looks around frantically. The faces are all familiar yet distant. Elder Ryu's expression remains stoic. Manager Kim's voice is still echoing in his head. Bong-soo's eyes land on Neo, and Neo's eyes are filled with worry.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked. I can feel it.
Bong-soo's gaze snaps back to Elder Ryu. He wants answers. He wants to know what's going on. Elder Ryu's calmness is starting to get on his nerves. Bong-soo tries to speak, but his voice catches in his throat. Elder Ryu's expression remains unchanged.
You had your chance. Now kneel. Kneel.
Bong-soo takes a step forward, his eyes locked on Elder Ryu. Bong-soo is smiling, feeling a sense of gratitude. He's processing the situation. Elder Ryu's words are reassuring, but what's the truth? Obongsu is learn martial training, but what's the cost?
Thank you.
The answer is already too late. Obongsu wants to assess the demon realm situation, but his first-time experience is already proving traumatic. Elder Ryu's calmness is unnerving. Obongsu is find a way to get stronger, but Manager Kim's words are cold comfort. Obongsu must learn to navigate this new world, but what if it's not enough?
This kid, if I raise him well, he might be better than Nam Ki-suk.
Obongsu's hands are shaking.
Obongsu is on a mission to master martial training, but Manager Kim's intentions are shrouded in mystery, leaving Obongsu questioning his true motives behind this newfound opportunity. As Obongsu gains a sense of purpose, he's also losing his innocence, and the harsh realities of the demon realm are slowly seeping into his psyche, threatening to shatter his resolve. Obongsu's fragile connection with Neo hangs precariously in the balance as he's forced to confront the dark truths about his past, and the consequences of his choices are about to come back to haunt him.
You got the recap, now I need the sub. Let's make a deal. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. And what's going in? Has everyone been well? Big brother. Mister, why are you so late? What's wrong? What happened? Gu and SSA have disappeared. When what? What do you mean? We haven't seen them since this morning. Songklia. Gu, where are you? Come eat. They weren't by the waterfall either. Seinsofinintrid Andidin Sensinian. Familiar energy. Well, I feel weird saying this because it sounds like snitching. He must have been upset, because he just slept all day after that. He sleeps whenever gets the chance. His courage is admirable, but Ya Kuang, those guys are way too strong for him to eat. Hill, Chan V. P. PL? Big brother is getting frustrated. He's feeding Brian and Sasa, but they're not eating. He's worried about their health, and it's clear he's trying to take care of them.
Eat this. I picked something with strong demonic energy. Big brother looks concerned. He's checking their stats. Stats maxed. New skill unlocked. Big brother's relief is visible. He thinks they're going to be okay. But then,
he looks around, desperate for a solution. But what could he do? He's not even sure where to start.
molting is difficult. Temperature and humidity matter.
Big brother's hands are shaking. He wants to help, but he knows he can't. He can only watch as Gu and Sasa struggle through their transformation. Big brother is getting desperate. He's trying to find a safe spot for Gu and Sasa to molt. He's thinking of all the things that can go wrong contact, mutations. He's determined to save them.
I have to take you to a suitable place, quickly.
He looks around, taking in the landscape.
Big brother spots a small cave in the mountain, his eyes lighting up with hope as he grasps for a chance to save Gu and Sasa from their life-threatening molt. The weight of Big brother's desperation is crushing, his heart racing with every thought of failure that could cost Gu and Sasa their lives, leaving him forever haunted by the fear of loss. Big brother's determination to save Gu and Sasa is put to the ultimate test as he struggles to find a safe spot for their molt, the stakes higher than ever, with the fate of two loved ones hanging precariously in the balance.
You made it to the end, that means everything. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and I'll see you next chapter.
What is that flower? I think we should keep an eye on him. Let's shed back home for now. A short while later, Chion du Wunshaus. Where do you go? If you're gotten Butisia say really okay? Why is there a flower in his head?
Like this. When putting a baby to sleep, you pat them with your hand like this.
You're part of this, aren't you? You're working with the monster. The monster appears, and Du-woon becomes convinced that it's the key to his healing. He tries to communicate with it, but Issa-sa is horrified by his actions. The new family member watches in silence as Do-woon's desperation grows. I can feel it.
Issa is worried about the consequences of Do-woon's actions. She wants to protect the monster and her brother. Manager Kim tries to cast a silence spell on the group, but Do-woon is determined to handle the situation himself.
First, Manager Kim cast a silence spell on them. Do-woon takes charge, and the situation becomes more intense.
Silence spell. The outcome is far from certain, and the consequences will be severe.
And that's not even the worst part. Big brother, I ascend that spell old-fashioned? There must be plenty of wasto isucha thing possible? Yeah, it is. Doesn't sofa rank hunters returned ASD ranks. How did aloft this happen? Cha assemblyman. Andiuri Saingia can't heaven break a simple silence spell? Does that make any sense? Go Jong Hyok Free Hunter Association chairman.
The monster's transformation sparks a chain reaction as Do-woon's plan begins to unravel, threatening to release a catastrophic power that could destroy everything in its path. The weight of Do-woon's obsession crushes Issa, who feels powerless to stop her brother's reckless pursuit of healing, even as she watches him risk everything she holds dear. The full extent of Chairman Lee Yoon-soo's involvement remains shrouded in mystery, leaving the group on edge as they wait for the other shoe to drop, and the true consequences of Do-woon's actions come crashing down.
The voice, the music, the pacing. You know it's top tier. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. And that's not even the worst part. Manager Kim's trying to reason with the hunter, but the hunter's mind is made up. He's convinced he can find something valuable in the cave zone. What's driving him to take this risk?
Stop. You're wrong. Manager Kim's voice cracks as he tries to snap the hunter out of it. But the hunter's too far gone. He's already made up his mind.
The hunter takes off towards the cave zone, leaving Manager Kim and the blacksmith to follow. What will they find in that treacherous place? In the cave zone, there are mushrooms that prevent corrosion. That a fluorescent light greenhouse. Nam Ji Suk, you should hurry back to the human world and rest. It seems the Setwo aren't in good condition. Who? An alchemist's essential item when you handle the cave zone is every dry place. It will definitely be useful moisturizing. Manager Kim is itching to move, but there's a problem. The cave is supposed to be treacherous. That's what Blade of Grakther told them, right? He's the one who said the cave is a death trap. Manager Kim's hands are clenched into fists. He takes a deep breath and starts moving forward. The air inside the cave is thick with moisture. The blacksmith is right behind him, his footsteps echoing off the walls.
The blacksmith is moving forward, his eyes fixed on the cave entrance as Manager Kim's voice echoes in desperation. A stark contrast to the tranquil fluorescent light greenhouse they left behind. Manager Kim's heart now races with a mix of fear and uncertainty, his eyes locked on the blacksmith, as he grapples with the consequences of their reckless decision, his fate hanging precariously in the balance. Manager Kim's words hang in the air, a chilling prophecy that resonates through the cave, as the blacksmith steps forward, leaving them perilously close to the unknown, a treacherous fate that threatens to consume them all.
The real villain hasn't even shown their face yet. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari to find out who it is. Nudokal Sakam Chan 469 6 Com, Nudo Kigercom 57,469, Noi number 17. Behincherdal 1469 Nudo.C0M. What did you say? Worried about me? Kind of random. Both a skinned a feeling. P. It's more like something he's quickly absorbing themoisture and making gitry. So by yin chi this works well. I plus got moist hepmbiaplo it seems to like it too. Since seats thieferstime this should be enough, right? And, Mr. But doesn't this guy have a name? His face lights up with amusement as he thinks of a name for the enigmatic narrator. How about calling it Dodak? What do you think? The narrator's condition is still precarious, But at least they're trying to find some humanity in this bizarre situation. And that's not even the worst part. It's asleep. You already used half the container. Good thingy wento themart. Your house has a thirskary atmosphere. So we need to use some cute decorations. Course, of course. C0M when every woke you at night it was Nudo Kizgo. So scary. 比惨. Unklijisuk. Come quickly. Nutoki Wehafto Crushba, all the semushrooms, the mushrooms start to grow at an alarming rate. Their tendrils snaking across the walls like living vines. His friend's plan is working, but at what cost? The narrator sees the mushrooms as a metaphor for his own life, a fragile existence that's prone to collapse. His friend's voice cuts through the chaos, a single phrase that strikes a chord. Just when we were. The narrator completes the sentence, a sense of dread growing within him. The mushrooms burst into explosive growth, their tendrils ensnaring everything in a deadly, inescapable grasp, as the narrator's fragile existence hangs precariously in the balance. The narrator is forced to confront the harsh reality of his own mortality, his life a delicate dance between life and death, forever teetering on the edge of collapse. The true extent of Suk's plan remains unknown, and the narrator's very survival now hangs in the balance, as he becomes increasingly entangled in the sinister web of monstrous forces. Thousands of us are reading this together. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join the discussion.
Hours a week. Comics.c in other words. For 3 days out, Worry Sparrow Uncle. Are you crying? She it is just. I am then. How about we finish up this work and head to the human realm? An outing. This ice an actual outing. It will stay here and keep watch. Is still haveth to fi a tracking device anymore. Wonder if but is it okay for me to go like this? I didn't thave any cloth. That clothing store Obongsu told me about. I wonder if it is still there? Obongsu, how are you feeling? I am doing much better, thanks to everyone's help. Glad to HNY. That guy and girl, I thought they were just strong. Wow, everything has really changed.
N0N0101 to leave. It told you we will leave you as soon as I pate. What do you think you are doing? We're screwed. Who is this is district? Isn't district the territory for spa that tis old news? Where do you get off talking back? Enough. Is this guy? Let go. Aya wag. Duh. Worry Sparrow Uncle's smile returns, but it's forced now. He's trying to hide something. Inuz looks confused, his brow furrowed in concern. Worry Sparrow Uncle leans in, his voice low and urgent. He's keeping this private. Inuz leans in closer, his ears perked up, trying to listen more clearly. What is he hiding?
You really look lovely, Nuna.
Inuz's face goes bright red, and he takes a step back, his eyes wide with surprise. He's clearly not expecting this. Worry Sparrow Uncle's smile widens, but it's still forced. Inuz looks like he's about to burst out laughing. The key action or twist of this chapter is unfolding in real time as Worry Sparrow Uncle struggles to contain his laughter, while Inuz looks on, confused and increasingly concerned, amidst the chaos. The emotional stakes escalate as Inuz's trust in Worry Sparrow Uncle is shaken, potentially altering their relationship and leaving him feeling vulnerable and uncertain about his ally's true intentions. The cliffhanger hangs precariously as Inuz and Worry Sparrow Uncle are ambushed by the Coconut family, leaving them under attack, with the neighborhood on the brink of chaos, and the outcome hanging precariously in the balance. Imagine knowing exactly what happens before your friends do. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and be the one with the answers. I noticed this chapter was translated by It's an Ambush. An ambush. Baiwum. Tish that Rokari Rokar Comics.lam the Rokari Wetheriari Akakanuter an elephant. Get to their right. Look at thismus. What a joke. Since when did Theslam Shaviso many thugs? Of and don't use your fire. It a shot. Go for it, Uncle, you can do it. Inam Nam looks like that guy he sat least rank. Go Jung Hyuk, Asintha Free Hunter Association Chairman? Roka, you talk too much. If you're coming, then come. Gangdong. Why you? One Roka, oh you slippery little rat. I can see everything. Tisis too easy. It is so easy they'd actually have it a hold back. Become strong haven ti. You aren't half bad. Is that so? Don't let your guard down. It is not over. Oh! Comics. Some green Kyo is trying to use parlor tricks on me. 7V physical reinforcement paired with wind abilities? Interesting. Utinkin. Will BK? Should he'll be fine. It taught him something. Aokiri Comics. Rokari's conversation with the gang is getting intense. How do you plan on stopping the redevelopment, exactly?
Do you know Jung Hyuk, the chairman of the Free Hunter Association in Gold City?
But are we really becoming janitors? Song, we don't have much we can stand up to the Gold City bastards in our own anyway. Woo woo eh? The Tissabag I haven't seen before. There happened Tobionethat was just the...
Gangdong shrugs, and Rokari's eyes narrow. He said he would be at the Snowy Mountain Lab for a bit. Soy sauce egg.
Rokari's desperate cry echoes through the desolate landscape as he frantically searches for his missing Uncle Gangdong. Every passing second a countdown to his grandfather's inevitable demise. Rokari's eyes are wide open, his heart racing with a sense of desperation. His entire existence now centered around saving his uncle's life and possibly even his own grandfather's fragile existence. The gang's sinister intentions remain shrouded in mystery as Manager Kim's disappearance hangs precariously in the balance, leaving Rokari's team to face an uncertain and ominous future alone.
The real villain hasn't even shown their face yet. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari to find out who it is. I noticed this chapter was translated by, but are those guys here to pick grapes too? Wolves? Annoy thinks someone supine the tree. Grandfather. Faye pleases I'm still nowhere near the top. They sigh. A lost me bag while base just even have me gate stone. Grandfat Okari P. Okari Mikes. Eh? A girl in the demon world? Ami really hallucinating Iman. But Thesis, the first time I've seen a tree this big. This trees, did you count the rings or something? Not exactly. That finished quickly today. You may go now. The next cell combination will be in a wee. Here. And on top off that, Ismail sesame oil and soy sauce.
Brian's desperate grip on the peel tightens as he frantically tries to neutralize the hallucinogenic substance. His body shaking with every passing moment of dwindling time, the taste lingering in his mouth. As he tastes the cheesy soy sauce egg rice, Brian's emotions rise to the surface. A long dormant spark of hope flickering to life, driven by his yearning to connect with his grandfather and unlock a deeper understanding. The figure's intense gaze lingers on Brian's face, his eyes burning with an unspoken inquiry, leaving Brian's fragile sense of resolve hanging precariously in the balance, threatened by the weight of the unknown and the darkness within.
Real fans stick around. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and let's finish this story together. Rokari's eyes scan the city, his mind racing with the same question that's haunted him for weeks. What's the real reason behind the sudden changes in the Hunter Association? His hands won't stop moving, checking the exit twice, as if he's already preparing for the worst. His friends are hanging out together, laughing and chatting, but Rokari's not joining in. Something's off. He can feel it. Rokari's eyes narrow as he recalls the incident where dozens of free hunters were demoted to rank. Authorized by the Hunter Association to use awakened abilities, but refusing to join an organization and declaring independent activity. It looks like an anomaly happened during the gate passage. So you're saying you don't have a gate, then go on your way in? Well, if you had a gate stone, you wouldn't have been trapped a gate stone. I'll get you one. If we just go to the next S, really? Kuryat. You look like you're lost too, aren't you hungry? Rokari Komi, you said you were trapped for 3 days in the ruins. Rokari paces back and forth in the living room, his phone in hand as he scrolls through the news. His eyes scan the headlines, and his expression darkens. He finally stops in front of a specific article, his eyes locked onto the words. He raises an eyebrow, a hint of skepticism creeping in. A breakthrough in Mandragora research? They've finally found a cure? His gaze lingers on a specific sentence. They need to get an ANIV injection to administer the medicine. His mind starts racing, trying to process this information. Voice tag. Kai. 8008 we finally succeeded in developing a cure for Mandragora. There certainly was something wrong with the indigestion, but something's off.
Rokari's eyes snap open, his gaze locking onto Manager Kim's concerned expression as he realizes he's being held captive, fueling a desperate urge to escape. Rokari's world is shattered by the truth. He's being manipulated by the very people he trusts, leaving him vulnerable and desperate to reclaim control over his life and his body. Rokari's determination to uncover the truth is met with an unsettling reveal. Manager Kim's guilty expression confirms that his treatment is not just for his sake, but for a sinister purpose that threatens to consume everything.
Hit subscribe on Manwa with Hari right now. The next recap is closer than you think. The blue one is medicina that revives dead hair follicles, and the Peeming well, of course. If we're talking about my ideal type, I suppose the more fey now then, I'll like it down to my back, as thick as possible. Then, I'll begin. White-o-eshuant Toto Idolonian the backyard? Maybe he's worried, but if Ja wakes up, Doi have to stop her? I'm not confident. Oi, that wish truly comes true. Mr. Kim. How long is this going to keep growing? Mahiwa get he there must be something wrong with the formu carry one wrong move and your neck's gone. Brother. Rockwell thesis interesting. Ios you like I like it.
Stop. You're wrong. The monster is growing stronger, and Jia's taking advantage of the situation. Mr. Kim's hair is now a raging beast, and we're at its mercy. I'm holding steady, but it's getting harder. The stakes are high, and we need a miracle. Stop. You're wrong. And that's not even the worst part.
Mr. Kim's voice is calm, but his eyes are still filled with worry. Rokari shows up with Carrie, and Mr. Kim's face lights up with gratitude. But his eyes narrow as he takes in the scene. Carrie's not alone. There's a new person with them, and Mr. Kim's instincts kick in. He's sizing them up, trying to determine their intentions. His grip on Ja tightens, he's not letting go.
I'm back. But who is the person that came with you? Potatoes.
The underground storage bursts into chaos as Mr. Kim's hair grows at an alarming rate, threatening to crush Jia, and Rokari's calm demeanor is tested as he frantically tries to think of a solution. Mr. Kim's emotional stakes are raised as his desperate attempts to keep Jia calm are eclipsed by the sheer magnitude of his own predicament, leaving him frazzled and worried about the consequences. His usual composure is slipping, and with it, his grip on reality. As the situation spirals out of control, a new figure emerges, casting a long shadow over the scene, and Mr. Kim's eyes narrow with suspicion, unsure of what this newcomer's true intentions are, and what danger they may pose.
Start your day right with a new Manwa recap. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. Gold City Lee Woon Soo's house even if San awakened. To think he's really been could he be the hero of the old era grandpa used to talk about. The scene shifts, and you're back in the past. Lee Woon Soo, as a child, remembers a day when a naturally occurring gate that was unusually large appeared, and every hunter deployed there was either killed or severely injured. A young Lee Woon Soo stands tall, his eyes locked onto his grandpa, who's barely holding on.
But then a child saved me.
But know that the spell is gone. The memories off those 3 Lonir missing FRH.MU said the lab's location was encrypted. So what would you like first? Find any traces of Tada. And I recently met a guy named Director and look into his background, Lee Woon-soo's got a plan, and he's ready to put it into action. He's not going to let anyone stand in his way.
Understood. The incidents at Tanbit and the Snowy Mountain were probably your doing.
Phew, I'm full. Woo, this one has intelligence. Wei, thanks for the gate stone. I had almost used it all up. That's nothing. And Li Biko, once you reach rank, I'll officially accept you. You can't stay in the demon realm for long anyway, but you're free to drop B whenever you like. Really? Who? Thank you. Roker, originally I was worried because he was too weak. Yes, take care. And thank you for everything it talks. Woo, yeah, it's talking right now. Maybe because it's still young, it can only stumble out a few words.
Lee Woon-soo's world is shattered as he discovers the shocking truth behind his reconstructed mana hole. The awakening's catastrophic consequences now looming over him like a specter. The unbreakable bond between Lee Woon-soo and his siblings is forged in the fire of unspoken gratitude. But will it be enough to protect them from the darkness gathering on the horizon? The fragile thread of Lee Woon-soo's control is rapidly unraveling. His tenuous grip on his abilities faltering as the clock ticks down to a catastrophic reckoning that threatens to consume everything in its path.
You're already watching. The next step is obvious. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari like the rest of the fans. I noticed this chapter was translated by Yuri Registered. Please wait until your name I scowled over Theber AC Celebrity? Arethi filming a group commercial or something? Araya here to register for the promo. This past week has been hell. Luke dead. Shooty rep, thank you for even coming to cheer me on. But it's a lucky bracelet. I picked the prettiest one in the drawer. So you'll definitely pass. Arocomics.coame Malkim Nari. Thank. Now it's Sparrow Uncle's turn. Secretly expectant I didn't pee, why not just cut it? It looks like you'd get caught in it. Lastly, you too, mister. Say something. When I saw Themethesnoe Mountains, there were nothing but weirdos calling themselves rank. So just become rank. I'd hate to see you on the same level a Cheon Duan. Otherwise you might get dragged into unwanted troublet. It wounds Su Shelp, but we'll only act as hunters when we feel like it. Of course. Hunters. That sounds fun. Saisi Nam it Finalife. Yonghyuk, what brings you here? Haha, did I come somewhere but then please begin thedist. Seeing you again. The Sisur 7 the of. Oh, this is it. Namjasuk's promotion exam is on the line. His career advancement is at stake. He's desperate and he knows it. His hands won't stop moving. He checks the exit twice. He's got this one goal in mind. Pass the exam. It's the examiner who beat me in 10 seconds last year, right in the first round.
Namjasuk finally stands, his heart racing as he moves forward, driven by desperation to ace the promotion exam and salvage his career, now hanging precariously in the balance. The emotional stakes are brutally high, as Namjasuk's fragile ego and sense of self-worth hang in the balance, weighing heavily on his every decision, his very identity at risk of shattering under pressure. The exam's next test hangs precariously in the air, Namjasuk's heart racing with anticipation as he waits for Sparrow Uncle's verdict, his fate, and that of his career hanging precariously on a single thread.
The story doesn't stop here. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari so you never fall behind. Go Jung-hyuk stands his ground, but his face is etched with worry. His hands won't stop moving. He checks the exit twice. Kari takes a step back, sensing the unease emanating from Go Jung-hyuk. His eyes flicker to the strange mana. Go Jung-hyuk's eyes narrow, and he coughs. Fine, I suppose. Gak. Go Jung-hyuk's eyes flash with a mixture of guilt and desperation. He's already trapped, and he knows it. Were those hunters in the snow mountain salso your doing? Rokari, I'm asking you, at least for my sake. RCCSC fine, I suppose. Gak, cough. Go Jung-hyuk's eyes widen in frustration, and he coughs. Fine, I suppose. Gak.
Lee's voice is tinged with frustration. Free hunters? They've received permission from the association to use their awakened abilities, but they declared they wouldn't follow the association's directives. He scoffs. They're using their abilities to make money. An awakening isn't something people can just choose to have, so we can't force everyone to make sacrifices. He's clearly unhappy about the situation. It started with the pure intention of donating the auction proceeds.
Go Jung-hyuk smiles, and his eyes crinkle at the corners, but his voice remains firm. He's not going to let the man push him around. The tailor shop is a bit run down, but Go Jung-hyuk seems to take pride in it. He's the best tailor in Gold City, and he knows it. The man is starting to get agitated, but Go Jung-hyuk remains calm, almost detached. He's not interested in the man's frustrations.
You had your chance. Now kneel.
The tension in the room is palpable. The man is getting desperate, and Go Jung-hyuk is enjoying every minute of it. He leans in, his face inches from the man's, and smiles again. Go Jung-hyuk's charm expertly deflects the press's aggressive questioning, but a hint of desperation in his smile reveals a deeper, more sinister undertone unfolding in the shadows. As Namjasuk proudly displays his rank hunter license, the emotional weight of his journey and the trust of his friends is palpable, a heartwarming moment of triumph tempered by the risks and uncertainties of their world. The mysterious man's true intentions remain shrouded in mystery, but the threads of a sinister plot begin to weave together, threatening to entangle Go Jung-hyuk in a web of deception and danger. A huge secret is about to be uncovered. Hit subscribe on Manwa with Hari to be the first to know. LOL, notice this chapter was translated by Mr. Help me out. Gare. Levite, is there a specific style you're looking for? A style? Family. That sounds nice. Ayo, that's a good idea. I agree. Then I'll give the outfits a cohesive look. While highlight asterisk inner thought so cute, Woon-soo is planning to pick up Dodak next week, but Mr. wants to add more decorations for him. The problem is Dodak won't take it off and now it can't be helped. This is a subtle moment, but it's telling Mr. is willing to go the extra mile for Dodak.
So, I just need to come pick them up next week, right? That's right. P39, Nightoff, it can't be helped.
And that's when Woon-soo thinks about something that might just change everything. He's gonna have to confront the chairman, and it's gonna be a challenge. What happens next is anyone's guess. And that's not even the worst part. Butter Roastio Skio, Ano Churros. The two kids are the most excited ones here. But didn't TH1890 also were being followed? This is probably one of her subordinates, right? Should I take care, that would be a piece of cake. But that's definitely some sort of cloaking ability. One thing is for sure, that wasn't the aura of a normal awakened. WH Hunted Monsters. Is that Hunted Monsters a haunted house? Hijuskachi, what a weird day of all the places in an amusement park. Therefore, they've been in theory a while.
Lee Woon-soo's casual afternoon with Dodak turns into a high-stakes game of cat and mouse as a mysterious figure with a cloaking ability sneaks up on them, their true intentions unknown. Dodak's excitement and innocence are replaced with a haunting sense of unease as he becomes aware of the danger lurking just out of sight. His carefree laughter now a distant memory. A haunted house in the amusement park stands as a chilling reminder that even in the most mundane settings, horrors can lurk, leaving Lee Woon-soo and Dodak trapped and vulnerable in a desperate bid for survival.
We don't just read Manhwa, we dissect it. Subscribe to Manhwa with Hari and become part of the crew.
Nora realizes the truth. It's her real ghost self, standing right in front of her. The mom's face is twisted, as if a mask has been torn off. Nora's eyes are fixed on the dark form. It's been decades, and she's still not over it. The CCTVs in the empty hall flicker, but no one is there to see it. Nora's hands are shaking. She has to know what's going on.
Mommy, is that you?
The mom's presence is a ghost from her past. Nora's determination to uncover the truth is the only thing keeping her going. She takes a step forward, and the mom's dark form doesn't budge.
Hugh Rokario Mixkin HAA. A ghost. What, have fainted already? Chef, go practice your mana training more. Your invisibility was. You're one to talk. What Kino off person actually throw Sassathed? You did pretty well. You followed along nicely using your I am a ghost. 44 Yo Sung Ti Sung well. I am in class now after L. We're in the midst of a fun night at this amusement park. Connor, the enthusiastic one, and other friends have arrived, looking forward to the parade. But they're not here just for the fun. They're also on the hunt for monsters.
Safety guidelines. Children must be accompanied by a guardian. Connor seems excited about the idea of collecting stamps to win prizes.
This is getting out of hand. The flying squirrel is a disaster class phenomenon. Connor's mind is racing. How did this happen? Connor's eyes are scanning the area, searching for an explanation. Suddenly, a figure appears. It's Rex, the boss, looking pale and worried. Connor's instincts are screaming at him. Something is very wrong. Rex's eyes are fixed on Connor, and Connor can see the panic in his gaze. Connor's gut is telling him to get Nora out of there. Fast. We are facing a critical situation. The paranormal activity is escalating.
A massive, disaster-class flying squirrel suddenly bursts forth, sending the friends into a state of pandemonium as it rapidly grows in size and threatens to engulf them. Connor's face sets in a desperate expression as he scrambles to comprehend the unfolding catastrophe, his mind racing with the weight of responsibility for the impending doom. As the flying squirrel's sheer power sends the natural gates crashing, the safety of Connor's friends hangs precariously in the balance, leaving their fate hanging perilously in the air.
I brought the story to life. Now bring this channel to life. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari.
That thing. Alibi is reason with the monster, but it's not listening. It's only fighting back because it's been attacked. This creature is a good guy at heart. But what if it's too late? We have to take it home for now. It's not safe here. But what's waiting for us back at the hideout? The gate is closing and we're trapped. This is a naturally occurring gate, but it's not going to stay open for long. Alibi looks worried, and I'm not sure what's going on. Are we the only ones left in the amusement park? Suddenly, the parade.
It's an intelligent one just like you. Really? Yeah, it can even speak. The still CLMSY though. M% it can talk, but it only knows a few words. PLLS, for a little thing, its rank is higher than mine. So telepathy doesn't work. Why did Shin Dowan give him such a difficult task? Ariel doing well? You say it's having trouble breathing? That's right. Femini infused in Toth OT there. What's the problem? Oh friend. Met. And what is? Cheon Daonoon's eyes well up with tears, and Alibi's friend's voice breaks. The mana infused into there. What's the problem? Cheon Daonoon's voice cracks as he responds. Oh friend. Met. And what is?
Alibi's desperate attempt to heal his friend's condition is thwarted by the devastating truth. The mana infused into his friend's body is poisoning him. A slow and agonizing death sentence. Cheon Daonoon's eyes are now stained with tears as the weight of his failure crushes him. The loss of his friend a harsh reminder of the impossible task he has been given. A soul-shattering blow to his very being. The air is now electric with tension as the group is left reeling. the fate of Alibi's friend hanging precariously in the balance. Cheon Daonoon's fragile grip on sanity threatened by the crushing blow of his loss.
You got lucky finding this video. Don't rely on luck twice. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari. CWH, where are you going? Everyone take a rest. I'll go follow it. Gred. It looks like those two are friends. Gred.10 can worsen their condition just by being there. What they need in a situation like that is Gred. C spots a peculiar structure in the distance. Its icy tendrils snaking through the forest like a ghostly serpent. The ice zone? It's been ages since he's seen one. His curiosity gets the better of him as he approaches the structure. Wait. Thatsia's eyes widen as he takes in the sight of a cocoon nest, and it's making a strange, warm glow. Slowly warm seal. See spots MG reading something. What could it be? Gred. C's on high alert now. Province or wait. Something's off.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
C spots MG with a shocking new skill. What does it mean? C's about to find out what's going on with MG and the wounded person. Hop. 50. Something's about to go down.
Stop. You're wrong.
C's got a bad feeling about what's happening next. C is on high alert, checking the wounded person's condition. MG's presence might be bad news for this person. C wants to know if they'll be okay. Myriad.
Finally, we met. It's huge. MG's words are a mix of excitement and concern, reflecting his complex emotions. MG's friends are here, but how did they become friends? MG wants to know more about their past, but the truth might be more complicated than he expects. Hyung's here as well, and MG's words are laced with concern.
MG's found something, a mysterious pebble with demonic energy. MG's voice is laced with excitement, his words swift and decisive. But MG's also worried about the consequences of his actions. Kyung's words are a mix of curiosity and concern. Kyung wants to know more about the pebble, but MG's not sure if that's a good idea. Kyung's eyes are locked onto the pebble, a deep fascination etched on his face.
What is this?
And that's not even the worst part. Kyung's reaction may already be a sign of something more sinister. MG's concern for Kyung is overwhelming him.
MG's eyes lock onto the mysterious pebble, his voice laced with a mix of excitement and trepidation as he realizes its true potential to heal Kyung's grandfather. MG's desperation to save Kyung's grandfather comes at a steep cost, as Kyung's presence continues to drain his life force, leaving MG to grapple with the weight of his duty to protect. The auction's true purpose remains shrouded in mystery, as MG's determination to uncover the truth threatens to draw him and Kyung into a deadly game where only one can emerge alive.
Are you a casual reader or a true fan? Hit subscribe on Manwa with Hari to make it official.
G's eyes dart to the house, then back to New Butterfly. His voice a mix of urgency and practicality. We can't afford to lose it. New Butterfly's eyes don't meet his, a hint of concern etched in her expression. G's hands begin to move rapidly, gestures that belie his attempt to reason with her. We can fix it. We have to. G's family stands nearby, their faces a mix of fear and uncertainty.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
Libiko enters the scene, his expression a map of worry. I met.
Because the slums can't even be called the dark side. And we can't stop here, can we? We need to receive the call from above soon. Diamond City. Reducing the slums quickly would be best. But the resistance from the slums is quite strong, isn't it? And just a few days ago, Chairman Lee Yoon-soo visited the slums and Jessica, the head of the gold auction, submits an item, but she's late. Lee Biko's eyes narrow, and he asks what brings her here. She looks uneasy, and Lee Biko's instincts are on high alert. He's determined to take down the gold auction no matter what it takes. Lee Biko's plan is already in motion. What will Jessica's item reveal? Gagadan manager appears and the crowd goes wild. Lee Biko's eyes are fixed on the manager, and he seems to recognize him. The manager's clothes are impeccable, but Lee Biko's not impressed. He's focused on the auction, and nothing will distract him.
Lee Biko's eyes widen as he uncovers a shocking connection between the gold auction and the infamous TDA lab, a revelation that sparks a fierce inner struggle within him. Lee Biko's gut-wrenching determination to protect his reputation is now fueled by a sense of justice, as he grapples with the darker forces manipulating the auction, threatening to upend everything he knows. Chairman Lee Yoon-soo's true intentions remain shrouded in mystery, leaving Lee Biko to confront the looming specter of a catastrophic showdown that will shake the very foundations of the gold auction.
Thousands of fans already know what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and catch up before the spoilers hit.